It starts with boredom. That's the funny thing about how your life changes forever. People think crime starts with anger, greed, or a desperate need for money. For you, it starts because it's a Tuesday and it's raining and you have absolutely nothing to do. You're sitting in your bedroom chair. You scroll through social media, people bragging about their weekends, and the news. Then you remember a video about the dark web, and a curiosity itches at the back of your brain. You can't get there with Chrome or Safari. You need a digital mask. You download Tor. When you use the normal internet, your computer shouts, "Hello, I am here. This is my house." When you use Tor, your signal bounces from your house to France, to Brazil, to Japan. It makes you invisible. You type in a website that looks like a string of randomized nonsense and hit enter. The screen loads slowly. It looks like a website from the 1990s. No fancy graphics, just text. It's a marketplace, like Amazon, but they aren't selling books. They are selling data. Passwords, secret documents, software glitches that let people break into phones. You see a listing. Employee database, major tech company. Price, 5 Bitcoin. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. You sit back. You realize something dangerous. You are a coder. You know how to find things like this. You tell yourself you don't want to sell drugs or weapons, but information feels clean. It's just ones and zeros. You decide to try it, just once. You spend a week writing a bot that scours the internet for abandoned servers. Basically, computers that companies forgot to turn off. You find one belonging to a defunct gaming studio. Inside is the source code for a game that was never released. You make an account on the market. Name, Ghost Key. You list the code for $200 in Bitcoin. Then you wait. You go to school, you eat dinner with your parents, you act normal. When you check your computer later, there's a notification. Item sold. You verify the wallet, the money is there. You feel a rush stronger than any video game victory. You created value out of thin air. You are smarter than the system. You do it again. You find a list of passwords for a streaming service. It sells in 10 minutes. But you realize a problem. The marketplace owners take a 10% fee. You think, why should I pay them? I'm the one finding the goods. That is the moment the idea plants itself. You don't want to be a seller. You want to be the owner. You want to be the king. Building a dark web marketplace is hard. You can't hire a web designer. You spend your summer break coding, building a site you call The Vault. You create a rule. No violence, no physical items, only digital goods. You tell yourself this makes you a good criminal. You launch The Vault. At first, it's a ghost town. In the criminal world, trust is currency. So, you lie. You create 20 fake accounts and make them talk to each other on forums. This builds trust. The vault is so fast, says fake user 1. Transaction confirmed instantly, says fake user 2. It works. Real people sign up. The first month, you make $500. By the 6th month, you are making $20,000 a month. You are 17 years old. You have more money than your teachers, but you have a problem. You can't spend it. If you buy a car, your parents will ask where you got it. If you bank it, the IRS will ask where it came from. You need to launder it. You start small, buying gift cards and video game skins to sell for cash. You tell your parents you won a coding tournament. You're such a good kid, your mom says. She's beaming. 2 years later, you are 19. You told everyone you're taking a gap year to freelance. That part is true. You are working. You are the biggest digital kingpin in the world. The vault is massive. You have thousands of sellers. You have employees you know only by usernames. Red Dragon handles customer support. Cypher handles security. You pay them tens of thousands a week. You are rich. As far as money goes, at least. You live in a nice apartment, but you keep the blinds closed. Every time a car drives down your street slowly, you wonder, is that the FBI? You have 3 laptops. Laptop 1 is for movies and pizza. Laptop 2 is for work. If you type the wrong password twice, it erases itself. Laptop 3 is the panic laptop, hidden in a bathroom vent. One night, you are eating cold pizza when a message pops up from Cypher. We have a problem. Someone is poking the servers. looks like a government trace. Your hands go cold. If they find the servers, they find the logs. If they find the logs, they find you. Shut it down, you type. Route everything through China, then Russia. It's sticky, Cypher replies. They are using a new type of tracking. You write code to confuse the tracker, sending false signals to the middle of the ocean. After 3 hours, the attack stops. We're clear, Cypher says. You're sick to your stomach. You're 19, but you feel 40. You need an exit strategy. You need to sell the vault. You put out a secret message on the high-level forums. Marketplace for sale. Top tier. $10 million. A buyer contacts you. I have the money, he messages, but I need to meet you. No meetings, you reply. Digital transfer only. Too much money involved. I need to know you aren't the police. You compromise on a video call using voice changers and black screens. Impressive operation, he says. Why are you selling? You are the king. I'm tired, you say. I want to retire. Retirement is nice, but no one really retires from this life. The call ends. 5 minutes later, $10 million in Bitcoin hits your wallet. You transfer the admin rights. You are free. You sit in silence. You're rich, you're safe, you got away with it. You wipe laptop 2, you take laptop 3 from the vent and smash the hard drive with a hammer until it's just plastic and dust. You pack a bag, you'll go to the airport, pick a random country, New Zealand. You open your front door. Standing outside are 6 men in windbreakers that say FBI. They don't shout, they don't tackle you. One holds up a warrant. You collapse to your knees. They cuff you. It feels cold. As they walk you to the black car, you see your neighbor watching. She looks terrified. The interrogation room has no windows, just a metal table and a mirror. A man in a gray suit walks in. He slides a photo across the table. It's a picture of you in a coffee shop 2 years ago. We've been watching you for a long time, he says. How? You whisper. People make mistakes. He slides another photo. It's a picture of Cypher. Cypher isn't a hacker in Russia, the agent says. Cypher is Agent Miller. He's sitting in the next room. Your world shatters. The guy you trusted with your life was a Fed. And Red Dragon, you ask, voice shaking? Agent Johnson. We infiltrated your operation 6 months in. We let you keep going to catch the buyers, the big fish. So the guy I just sold to, he doesn't exist. That was us. We bought the site so we could seize the servers legally. You feel sick. You were a puppet. You thought you were the king, but you were just a pawn. You are looking at 30 years, the agent says, minimum. You put your head in your hands. 30 years. You will be 50 when you get out. Your life is over. The agent taps the table. Unless, you look up, unless you come work for us. We have a new unit, cyber defense. You help us catch the real bad guys, the ones selling weapons and hurting people. And maybe the judge goes easy on you. So I have a choice, prison or a job? Exactly. You take a deep breath. You nod. Okay, I'll do it. The agent smiles and reaches out to shake your hand. Welcome to the team. He snaps his fingers. Suddenly, the world dissolves. The walls melt. The agent's face blurs into pixels. The metal table vanishes. Everything goes black. Then, bright white text appears in the darkness. Simulation complete. Subject, Candidate 409. Scenario, the Kingpin. Result, failure. You blink, eyes adjusting to a bright room. You feel a weight on your head and pull off a heavy VR headset. You are not in an interrogation room. You are not 19. You're 25. You are sitting in a glass office. A woman in a lab coat stands in front of you, holding a tablet. She looks disappointed. How did I do? You ask, groggy. The memories of the money, the fear, the arrest, they felt so real moments ago. You failed, Candidate 409, the woman says coldly. Failed? This was an ethics test, she replies. We are the Cyber Defense Agency. We hire hackers to protect the country. She taps her tablet. The simulation put you in a position of power to see what you would do. You had opportunities to stop. Instead, you built a criminal empire. You stole, you laundered money. But I agreed to help the FBI at the end. Only when you were caught, she snaps. You only did the right thing when you had no choice. That is not integrity. That is survival. We need people who do the right thing when no one is watching. The simulation showed that your paranoia wasn't guilt about hurting people. It was just fear of getting caught. You look at the headset in your hands. It felt so real. The years of building the vault, the feeling of being the king. It was all just a complex program designed to test your soul, and you failed. Please leave your badge at the desk, the woman says. You are not suitable for this agency. You walk out of the building. The sun is shining. It's a real Tuesday. You check